Then we have the emotional labor of being the only one in the room or one of a few in the room. So then the way that you move is predicated on how you think people are going to have the perception, not just of you, but of what you represent. As a young talent, as a Black woman, as a Black person, right? There's just so much additional labor that we carry in our roles. And so when I had that red flag, I had a couple more red flags, and it just got to the point where this last time when I was called into the office, I had already teed up a farewell Dear John letter. And it was like something about you're going on PIP or performance. I was like, you know what? It's good. Like, we are good. I hit send while he was talking and blasted the email because I already had it queued up to all of my friends in the agency. So they're all getting this drop of this email. And I was like, you know what? I closed my laptop. I was like, this is gonna be my last day. Actually, this is it. Here's my badge. Here's my laptop. Because and this was I wasn't senior. I was not a I was mind you, I was a supervisor. This is not a VP level, which I eventually ascended to in my career, VP group account director. This was very junior, but this is again when I really got in my bag of owning my agency and being very clear on the emotional toll that it was having, that was impacting my physical ability to come home, be a productive wife, be a productive mother, be a productive friend, be a productive daughter.
Message.
There it is.
And so it's 2025 in the year of our Lord, Allah, whoever you deem to be your higher power. And we have to stop playing small. We have to stop being lax about what our values are, what we stand for, and how we move in the world. Because to your point earlier about giving them an inch, they're going to always take a mile.
There it is. There it is. So we got a comment. Nadej said the labor of being cautious of how you're perceived. She loved that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is so important how we show up every single day, because that's the consistency of things, right? That's the consistency of things. And I believe that collectively, once we start showing up in a certain manner, right? And we draw the line and say, this is what we're going to accept and this is what we're not going to accept. Again, collectively, right? Powering the people, then we're going to see true change happen. But as long as we're stagnated, as long as it's one person, then we're going to keep playing this game. We're going to keep going round and round and round in circles. And not to say change will never happen, but it's the time frame is just going to be like, we might not even be around when it does.
It comes with ownership.
Yeah, it comes with ownership. And
back how many times do we have people come on and be like, yo, we're unscripted, right? But we also know some brands have red tape. We had to be Coca-Cola. We have
say that because half of the ladies that I interviewed for season 1 of her agency were still very much in positions of power and at agencies, right? So yes, they gave me their very vivid, very candid stories of how they persevered and how they own their agency. However, when we go back to the point of playing the game, there's a certain decorum and level of conversation and level of authenticity that you can bring to conversations to still drive a message home, but then also still know that, you know, at the end of the day, to your point, we got to make it to Christmas or whatever that thing is. Or I love my job. Yeah. So I also I want to be clear about it's not all doom and gloom. Again, the advertising agency experience, the industry is beautiful if you can find the right intersectionality of doing work that you love at a place that respects you and values your brilliance in your time. Yeah. However, if it's not, you got to have enough agency to know what your tipping point is, like what's the max that you can take, and then have relationships and strategic things in place so you can move around.
Yeah, I love it. I know we coming up on time because we going, but you know, listen, I know Cuzzo normally asks this, but because your mom is such a major influence in your life and she's championed you for so long, you know, we always ask all of our guests, now, what is your mama I made it moment? Because you said your mother was so influential in your life.
Is.